Hey everyone, so you finally threw in some hours playing maybe some of the older Pokemon games like Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, any of those games. You finally threw in some hours. Now you want to figure out how to get it over to the latest game like Sword and Shield. Now I'm going to show you in this video how to do that. It can be a little tedious. It requires you to have several different items. So let me show you what you're going to need. Obviously you're going to need the cartridge itself, or if you're playing this on a flash card, that works as well. You just got to take the save out. You're going to need a hacked 3DS and an unhacked 3DS. I'm not too sure if this will work. If it's just hacked and you try to connect it to the Pokemon Home network, you might get banned. So I've always played safe and don't connect it to the network and try and do that. You're also obviously going to need the Switch, and you're going to need something like this here. Now this is going to dump the the save from the game itself if you're not using something like an EverDrive. So if you're using an original cartridge, this is something that you'll need. This or also a Flash Boy will do pretty much the same thing. So all right, without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, so let's move over to the computer. So you're going to need right here, this is the Epilogue here. You can also use the Flash Boy as well to take the save from a game. So let's put the game in. There it is. Go to data. This one we're going to download the save. I'm just going to save it to the desktop. And that's it. Now this part is done. Now we have to go over to the next part, which will be the 3DS. Let's close out here. This part here, you need to have the game already in the 3DS, the hacked one. And you also need to have a program called Checkpoint. So I have, okay, yeah, the game is right there. All right, so now let's go to here. Go right here to Checkpoint. This is what we gotta do first. So let's find it here, and right there it is. Now we're gonna back it up. Okay, there it is. Let's rename it. It's just called 3DS that we know. This is the 3DS one. All right. All right, so now it's saved. So that part's done. Let's turn it off. Once it's off, you're gonna need to open up the back, unscrew the screws, and take the SD card out. All right, so let's take it out. And let's put this part into the computer. All right, so I put the SD card in the SD card reader. Let's plug it into the computer. Okay, continue. It's gonna be under 3DS. There's Checkpoint, saves. I usually just try and search for the save. There it is. All right, so let's open the original file. So this is it right here. Let's just pull this out. All right, it was pulled out now. Let's rename it to just, I don't know, Red Cart. Okay, now open it up. This is what you need to do. You need to rename the original save. Save, it's gonna be save.dat. Yes, okay. Let's bring it over, replace. All right, now we just gotta copy this back to the same location where it was. So paste, and that's it for this. So now we move over back to the 3DS. Okay, now we're back on the 3DS. Let's close it up. Okay, it's closed up. Let's turn it back on. Okay, this is the last we'll need of the computer because now it has it. So let's go back here. So Okay, so now you gotta go to checkpoint again. This time you're gonna load it. Now you're gonna find it again. It should be right here. There it is. Now it says red cart. Let's restore this. All right, there you go. So now it's been restored. If we check in the actual game, it should be the same file that was already there. So let's go to, here we go. All right, now it's loading. Now this part is gonna require you to trade it with an actual Pokemon Red. Like I said, there are a few steps. Okay, so now for this trading part, let's just, all right, when this turns on. Okay, and here is the game we're gonna trade it to. Obviously, you just have some extra Pokemon that you were gonna take around. All right, so there were some errors I just had to work out. It didn't transfer over correctly, but now it's incorrectly. This is a save file from the cartridge. This is one that was already in the original new 3DS. This is an unmodified one. So let's start them both up. Okay, let's just trade. Let's do a quick trade. Let's just do Charizard and Dragonite and Nidoking. Sure, why not? All right, let's go. All right. So this part here, I'm gonna just do double speed. So you guys can just look at the timestamp below if you want. That way you can just skip this part. All right, so there's gonna be no audio when this part happens. So it's just gonna be double speed trading. All right, so I transferred the 3 to the original game here, and there they are. Dragonite, Charizard, and Nidoking. All right, transfer them to the unmodified one. What you got to do from here is just deposit it in the first box. Okay, 1. Now you also need to have a Pokemon Home subscription. It's about $5 a year, I believe, and a, what else? You need to have this one here too, this subscription too, which is about $15. Okay, so that's it. So now we have them here. Let's save the game. From here, you need to go to the transporter. All right, let's move it over now. All right, it's gonna be here. Okay, from here, it's gonna take the ones that are in the cart itself. Here we go, and it's going. All right, so from here, it's gonna tell you checking the cart. Let me I don't have to remove the cart yet. I will remove the cart soon, so here we go. And if you see me blank this part out, it's just my personal information. Okay, it's still going, it's trying to sign in. It's also gonna go off of the internet. Now let's just fast forward to the next. All right, so we finally got through. So what's gonna happen is it's gonna take the Pokemon from the game itself, transport it to Pokemon Bank. So Pokemon Bank, I'm sorry from before, Pokemon Bank is $5 and Pokemon Home is $15. So let's move them. Okay, it's gonna move it there now. All right, and that is it. It's disconnecting. So now let's go to Bank. This is where you're gonna have to use your Switch as well. So let's get this ready. Get move. Okay, now it's gonna give you a code. It's gonna say ready on the code. Okay, it's gonna connect to the internet. Again. Okay. All right, so first you need to actually have a game in. That way you can use it first. So, because they're right here. So let's move them all to the first box. Hit save. It's gonna save it. Then we need to move it over to Bank. And then that's the final step. Take the game out. Okay. Yes, we can move. I might have to get a new code since it took a little bit longer than I expected. Begin. Here's the one we want to move. So now we just need to enter the code. This code does go away after 3 minutes. Let's put the code in. All right. Okay. So as you can see, it is possible to do it. It does have a few steps, and it requires you to have a couple of items, but it is kind of cool to be able to move it from the original Game Boy games over to Sword and Shield. Okay, that should be the final step. Okay, so this is done. I can turn this off. Okay, let's go here now. Now this is the final step just to make sure everything was moved over. Let's check out the recent. Yeah, there they are. Here they are from the same game. Let's check summary. Yep, there it is, original red. So there you go. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. So it can be done. You just need several steps just to get it done. All right, everybody, thank you. Like and subscribe.